Hello everyone, it's Anton on the go here, and for today's vlog, I want to take you to the suburbs of Rome to this unique and unusual Marian Shrine, where an ancient Marian image has been venerated for a very long time, and whose feast is celebrated during the birthday of the church, Pentecost Sunday. Throughout the centuries, Our Lady has come in various and different ways, and in the Italian capital of Rome, Mary is known by many titles. Among them, Our Lady of Divine Love, or Madonna del Divino Amore. This Marian Shrine is particularly beloved by the Roman people because the Blessed Mother saved Rome during its darkest hour in the Second World War. This Marian Shrine has been a particular favorite of many popes, from Pope Pius XII to Saint Pope John Paul II, and by the late Pope Francis himself. Just outside of the old city walls of Rome, roughly a 30 to 45 minute bus ride away, is another special Marian Shrine that is beloved by the Romans. Along the Via Ardientina, one passes by the ruins of a 13th century castle known as the Castel di Leva. Although the castle is now in ruins, a part of the wall surrounding the castle still stands, and in the western part of the wall is a gate tower, and over the archway, one can find the Sanctuary of Our Mother of Divine Love, a miraculous image of Our Lady that has been venerated there since the middle of the 16th century. There are bus routes from downtown Rome that takes you directly to the Shrine of the Madonna, and unlike other Marian shrines, this one is quite accessible. The portrait of Mary had hung on the entrance of this tower for over 2 centuries and was given the name Mother of Divine Love. The artist of the image is unknown, but is thought to have been painted in the 14th century, and it is of the Roman school with Byzantine influence and features. Hello everyone, so I am right in the suburbs of Rome, and as you can see, it's a very beautiful sunny day, a very hot day in fact, as it is currently the height of summer here in Italy. And if any of you want to escape the hustle and bustle of the eternal city, I have just the place to suggest for you, and it is right behind me here, which is the Shrine of Our Lady of Divine Love, and is roughly just outside of Rome. Now, this special shrine to the Blessed Mother is very beloved by the Romans, and as of this filming, it is the Jubilee year of 2025. And it's interesting to note that Saint Pope John Paul II included this particular Marian Shrine as one of the 7 pilgrim churches of Rome, and this was done during the Jubilee year of the year 2000. For reasons unknown, the portrait was positioned on the tower where it was left unprotected and ravaged by the elements. And although the sacred image had suffered much deterioration over the centuries, the beauty and sweetness of the Blessed Mother's face, especially her eyes, was not destroyed. What is known is that the portrait was given in 1570 by Monsignor Cosimo Giustini to a charitable organization known as the Conservatory of Santa Caterina della Rosa. The image was usually venerated by shepherds who were passing the area, especially during the winter. They would recite the rosary while their sheep were grazing nearby. The history of the shrine is similar to many shrines across Italy. There were days of popular enthusiastic devotion and support, and years of decline and neglect. Our Lady of Divine Love went through a similar cycle. Except for the shepherds, the place was forgotten and neglected until the year 1740, when a miracle had occurred. We begin our story right at this very ancient wall and gate in the year 1740, when a pilgrim traveler was on his way to St. Peter's Basilica in Rome. Now, the tired pilgrim unfortunately heard some fierce barking in the distance, and as they were getting closer and closer, he turned around to see a pack of wild dogs bearing down on him. The poor man began looking around for an escape route, and as this was open field at the time, he had nowhere to go and to hide. Looking up, however, at the wall, he saw the icon of the Madonna and Child on a tower of the gatehouse of Castel di Leva, and he began calling out the name of Our Lady and of our Lord Jesus for deliverance from the wild beasts. The Blessed Mother interceded on his behalf, and the dogs stopped barking and ran off into the woods. Another story states that as they were about to jump on him, an unseen force pushed the dogs away, and the dogs ran away terrified. So the dogs stopped and they ran off into a woods, and now a group of shepherds who had witnessed the entire thing, who had witnessed the miracle, immediately ran to the man, and they brought him safely to Rome. And as you can see behind me here, there are a group of rocks, a group of stones right here with the illustration of the pilgrim and with the wild dogs. So if I'm not mistaken, this is actually the site of where the miracle occurred, where the pilgrim was almost attacked by the dogs, and when he looked up over here, he pleaded with the Blessed Mother and the child Jesus to spare and save his life. And these stones, if I'm not mistaken, are markers now to indicate where the miracle had taken place. Now, the original image of Our Lady of Divine Love is inside the original church, which I'm going to take you to see. It's very beautiful, and for obvious reasons, it was transferred to the first church because for safekeeping, because of the weather and of age as well. So this is just a copy right out here. The pilgrim wasted no time sharing the news to everyone he met about his miraculous escape. This was to be the first of many graces and favors bestowed on those who visited and venerated the Madonna at Castel di Leva. So many pilgrims began flocking the place that a historian wrote that night and day people just poured continuously and received so many graces that His Holiness Benedict XIV sent delegates to investigate the matter, who returned with favorable reports. It was very soon decided to move the holy image from the tower to the nearby church of Saint Mary of the Magi, but after some controversy and protest with this move, it was ruled that the image should return to its original site, where a new church was built to house the miraculous icon. So on Easter Monday, April 19, 1745, the icon of the Madonna and Child came back to its original home here. Cardinal Carlo Rezzonico, later elected as Pope Clement XIII, consecrated the church as Our Lady of Divine Love, and the fresco was placed over the main altar, which was very close to the tower where it had been during the miracle of 1740. The church became a site for pilgrimages from all over Europe, and they held nightly processions every Saturday during the summer, a tradition that is still carried on to this day. In 1870, after the fall of the Papal State and authorities seized the church property, the shrine fell into decay from neglect. However, pilgrims still kept coming. The devotion to Our Lady of Divine Love never diminished. Realizing the spiritual value of the portrait, the image received a canonical coronation on May 13, 1883. Because it was in the outskirts of Rome, no priest could be found to administer to the pastoral and spiritual needs to the pilgrims for quite some time, and as a result, the church was robbed in 1930. A certain Don Umberto Terenzi was made rector of the shrine, but after finding the assignment lonely, he appealed for a transfer to central downtown Rome. With this intention in mind, he hopped into his car and began driving, only to encounter an accident just outside of the sanctuary. The priest prayed to the Madonna and he survived without any injury. He took this as an indication that Our Lady desired for him to remain at the shrine, and there he remained for the rest of his life. During Don Umberto's pastorate there, the shrine grew in importance. A regular bus service was established between Rome and the sanctuary, and a white statue of the Immaculate Conception was placed on top of the church, and a new bell installed. The shrine soon became the parish church of the area, a school was established, and an order named Daughters of Madonna del Divino Amore was organized to cater to the needs of the pilgrims. In 1935, the importance of the shrine was noted when 3,000 soldiers recommended their safety to Mary before leaving for the Ethiopian War. each of the 3,000 men returned home safely. However, it was during the Second World War where devotion to the Madonna del Divino Amore flourished and increased in popularity. It was to this Marian image that the Romans believed that the city was spared from destruction. So the devotion to Our Lady of Divine Love is actually heavily connected also to the Second World War and to Pope Pius XII. Pope Pius XII actually had a very deep devotion to Our Lady of Divine Love, and I'm gonna tell you why. So when Italy was dragged into the war during the 1940s, the fresco was moved from here for safekeeping, to keep it safe from all the bombing, from all the Allied and enemy bombings, and the image was placed in the Church of Saint Ignatius in Rome. And Pope Pius XII and many pilgrims visited the shrine to pray for Our Lady's intercession, asking her that Rome would be spared. And a few days after the Allied entry into Rome on June 11th, 1944, I believe, Pope Pius XII gave the image the title Salvatrice del Urbe, meaning she who saves the city. The relocation of Our Lady's image was prudent because in 1943, there were endless bombings around the outskirts of Rome, and the shrine itself became a target due to its name, Castel di Leva, which appeared on German military maps, thinking of it as a military installation. Despite this, the shrine remained safe and untouched. On June 4, 1944, people filled the St. Ignatius Church, dedicating themselves to the Madonna, making a solemn promise to lead better lives and create a charitable organization in her honor. It is said that the order of the German military high command to evacuate Rome came at the very hour the promise was being made to the Blessed Mother. For some unknown reason, the enemy allowed the Allies to enter the city that very same evening in June, sparing Rome's destruction and liberating the city. Pope Pius XII publicly expressed his gratitude to Our Lady and ordered special Thanksgiving services to be celebrated in every church in Rome in honor of Mary, Mother of Divine Love. On September 12, 1944, many Romans took part in a grand procession where the miraculous image was carried back to her shrine at the Castel di Leva. The vows that were made were kept religiously, as there was a noticeable improvement in Christian living. The shrine was embellished for better conditions, and with Don Umberto's assistance, he founded the Oblate Sons of Madonna del Divino Amore and the Daughters of Madonna del Divino Amore. In recent times, the Shrine of Our Lady has expanded to accommodate the growing number of pilgrims. A new church, finished in 1999, was tied in with the old church and was dedicated by Pope St. John Paul II on July 4 of that year. The chapel accommodates up to 1,500 people, and behind it is a staircase that leads down to the gate tower, where the miracle occurred in 1740. St. John Paul II visited this shrine also in 1979 and became a favorite place of his to pray. And in more recent times, Pope Francis visited the shrine on May 1, 2018 to pray the Rosary. So I am now here in the new church, in the new sanctuary, which was finished not very long ago. And it was dedicated in 1999, 26 years ago to be exact. And this new sanctuary was built to accommodate the growing number of pilgrims and devotees who come here to Madonna di Divino Amore and to venerate her. And especially, more importantly, that this new sanctuary was dedicated by no other than Saint Pope John Paul II himself on July 4 of that year, 1999, so 26 years ago. And this chapel, I believe, can accommodate around 1,500 people at least. And another interesting fact is that Blessed Chiara Badano was beatified here in 2010. I'm not usually a fan of modern churches, especially in this style, but I have to say, I'm very impressed, and this is very beautiful. Like what you are seeing here, the pictures, the videos don't do justice to how incredibly large and very beautiful and peaceful this place is. I especially love the words Ave Maria written over there, and the copy, the copy of the miraculous image of Our Lady of Divine Love at the main altar. So it's very nice actually. I'm very impressed by it. On the walls of the shrine, one can find endless votive offerings from pilgrims down through the centuries, a testament of Mary's continual watchful care for her beloved children, and a sign from people that they have never forgotten what she did for Rome during the war years. So I'm currently in the ex voto room. An ex voto room is a place where people leave images of hearts, pictures of family members as thanksgiving to the Blessed Mother or to a saint or even to Jesus, to thank them for all the graces and miracles that they received. So here in the Shrine of Our Lady of Divine Love, they also have a room. So this is similar to other places like in Madonna, Della in Genova. And here in Rome, they also have a massive room for ex votos. And you know, there's so much miracles here that this room couldn't contain all of them. And as you could see, also as I showed you a while ago, there are the walls outside of the shrine are also are aligned with ex votos in thanksgiving to the miracles of Mother Mary through her title of Our Lady of Divine Love. So it's very providential indeed. You know, coming and being here at the Shrine of Our Lady of Divine Love, it is very fitting to be here in this year of the Jubilee 2025 as of this filming. And any of you who are watching this, I really highly recommend that you come here, because the story of how the Blessed Mother saved the pilgrim from a pack of wild dogs is very symbolic actually also to our faith and spiritual journey as pilgrims in this year of the Jubilee, this year of hope. Just how the Blessed Mother saved the pilgrim from a pack of wild dogs. And this man was on a journey to Rome. So he was on a spiritual journey, on a pilgrimage to Rome. And there was this dangerous distraction which came in the form of the dogs that almost were attacking him. And after he invoked the Blessed Mother to help and save him, she came to the rescue. So, you know, that really ties into the theme of hope. As Pope Francis said, hope does not disappoint. And, you know, my reflection here, being here in the Shrine of Our Lady of Divine Love, we should place our hope in Mother Mary. She who helps us in our faith journey, in our pilgrimage, in our spiritual walk. And yes, unfortunately, there will be packs of wild dogs attacking us in the forms of temptation, sin, struggle, despair. But you know, just like the man who couldn't find a way out, his solution was to turn to the Blessed Mother and to Jesus as his solution to get him out of the problem. And when he invoked their help, they came through. And I think for us pilgrims in this year of hope, we are always invited to invoke the name of the Blessed Mother and Jesus. And in our walk, and in our pilgrimage walk, whether it is physical, going to places such as these, you know, traveling, or even on our spiritual journeys and in our spiritual life, we will get attacked, unfortunately. But it's always important to turn to Mother Mary. And it's very ironic because the wall over here is a gate. It was part of a castle. So Mary is the gate. She is the gate that leads us to her son Jesus. So it's very ironic. I don't believe when it comes to God, there are no coincidences, and this is really one of them. You know, this is the place of the miracle where Our Lady saved the pilgrim. And I feel that we are invited to enter this gate, who is the Blessed Mother, to be like her, to follow her example of hope. Mary had hopes and dreams as a young woman. It's no surprise why the former pontiff, Saint Pope John Paul II, chose this as one of the pilgrim churches for the Jubilee year, back in the year 2000. Because the story really resonates with our spiritual life. You know, that just repeating what I mentioned earlier, that in our walk to Rome, in our walk to eternal life, we will be spiritually attacked by wild dogs, by the evil one. But if we stay close to the Blessed Mother, she who also walked in the sorrowful valley once upon a time 2,000 years ago, if we turn to her and ask her to intercede for us, she will always come through, because hope never disappoints. Prayer to Our Lady of Divine Love. To you, O Mary, are known all the needs of your people and of the whole Church. Mother of truth and seat of wisdom, dissipate the clouds of error which darken our minds. Amend the strayings of our hearts and inspire in us love for truth and the desire to do good. Obtain for all people a holy fear of God, so that society may know happiness. Give us lively faith that we may trust in those things which are imperishable. Give us that love which is sealed forever in God. Obtain for families fidelity, harmony, and peace. Stir up and confirm in the hearts of those who govern nations a clear notion of their responsibility and of their duty to foster religion, morality, and the common good. And just as your mercy is showered upon souls, O Mary, may it likewise flow over all those ills which afflict this people, and indeed the whole Christian family. Have pity on the poor, on captives, on all who bear persecution, for the sake of justice, or are stricken by misfortune. Hail, O Mary, Mother of those who wander here below. You are our life, our sweetness, and our hope. O Mother of Divine Love, send down your motherly blessing on all who pray to you. Send it abundantly and consolingly. Amen.